Let's talk about his strength. Even as a baby, he can easily lift up normal-sized human adults. Same with the desk and the teacher on the desk. He can do this stuff with laughable ease. He's definitely strong enough to lift 10-ton buses.
I figured if you can't have me, at least you could have my powers.
I could fly and lift buses?
You'd get all my powers.
Of course, there's implications he can lift more than this because there was a thing showing his saves. He was shown or implied to be able to lift planes. Let's be honest, this is nowhere near his limit either. He does everything with laughable ease, really. Because an ordinary guy ended up becoming a villain, getting a taste of Metro Man's power, becoming a powerhouse. Don't ask, but there was a gun that can give power and then take it away. Yeah, that's the reason why he got powered up in the first place, because of Megamind's smartness. Metro Man should be able to do this stuff, but better in raw strength, and this guy can lift hundreds of thousands of tons, entire buildings. And it's implied this is nowhere near his limit because this is easy to him. As strong as Titan was, he looked fearful as heck of Metro Man, yo. Implying even with all this power, there's still a power gap. Yeah, buildings can weigh quite a lot, so yeah, he can lift over hundreds of thousands of tons. I'm a firm believer that if he can lift this kind of weight, just imagine the weight behind his fist. He can just literally lay his arm on you, exert a certain amount of pressure on it, and produce that level of force on you. Why would they give him this kind of super strength, but he can't punch with this kind of force? It would be kind of pointless to give a character super strength if he couldn't use it in combat, right? For the most part, when we see him punch, he can pretty much punch through anything we see him try to punch through. There's a multiple bit of factors on why he can hit hard. His body's really durable. That's why he can knock stuff off the hinges like this, even if they're big telescopes. Just imagine characters with absurd durability hitting you. It feels different when something durable hits you. You see what I mean? Not to mention this guy right here, Titan, somebody that's scared of Metro Man in raw power. We've literally seen this guy, a weaker version of Metro Man, prove that if he wanted to, he could level a building if he wanted to. Like, he's just slicing it apart and doing all this. Of course, Metro Man's punches can level a building if he wanted to with laughable ease. If he's not light speed, he's the closest thing dang near close to light speed, honestly. He perceives laser blasters or explosions like in slow motion. Yeah, explosions that look like this in normal time. There's implications he can use his speed in combat on how he moves real fast, making a spiral. Megamind is nowhere near as fast as Metro Man, but we see him react to lasers. And if he can react to light speed stuff, you know Metro Man is astronomically faster. He can act like he can walk on water because he can fly. So yeah, this is the famous segment everybody likes to talk about how this guy was in the middle of a sentence. Metro Man was able to have a whole midlife crisis while everybody's literally frozen in time. Like literally thinking with his super speed. Literally reading books. Look, I'm not even about theories. I like to go off of straight feats, y'all. But when you're as fast as him, technically speaking, you don't even need super strength to be able to hit hard when you're this fast. I mean, sure, he has super strength too, but you technically wouldn't even need super strength when you can move like this. As fast as he's moving, if he was just to move at you and ram at you with his speed, he would be like a giant bullet hitting you with amazing force on the other side, just for him ramming into you at a crazy amount of speed. Like a famous anime character once said, speed is weight. Have you ever been kicked at the speed of light or close to the speed of light? That's kind of how I see it for Metro Man. By default, he has to have some serious weight behind his hits. And believe it or not, y'all, just imagine somebody that's 200 plus pounds ramming at you at 99% speed of light or something like that. He would technically hit like a nuclear bomb if we were to look at it that way. Just put this into perspective. Something that is as small as a baseball that's less than a pound, if something like that was to hit you in the face at 90 miles per hour, it would hit you with like 200 pounds or even 300 pounds of force. And that's something that weighs less than a pound hitting you at this slow behind speed. This number goes up if I change the speed of the baseball. Just making the number go up to the speed of sound level makes the number vastly go up, y'all. You see where I'm going with this? Even if these slow speeds, we know he's faster than the speed of sound. We know Metro Man's faster than this. Like a baseball this light can produce this much energy. Imagine somebody as big as Metro Man. It just gets worse if we're talking about lightning speed. Now all this stuff just gets ridiculous when we talk about 99% speed of light. I can definitely see him being a city wiping type character if a baseball with this little bit of weight can produce this kind of energy at the speed of light. He's way heavier than a baseball. In this universe, it's shown that he has weight behind his hits. It's also implied that he could solo any villain in this universe based on how scared they are of him, based on him showing his blunt power, just demonstrating it. They literally ran away. There's even implications he can shake the entirety of Metro City because he had to go to the core of the earth and dig through millions of tons of rock. No, he literally shook the whole city. People at construction were even feeling the effects. This whole building was feeling the power of Metro Man. So yeah, saying he can hit like a nuke isn't really a wank when you see him do stuff like this.
Dad! What's with all the shaking?
forgot how far the core is.
You went to the center of the Earth?
It's where I store my valuables.
Oh, just to give you a visual of what Monstrosity looks like, yeah, you see the statue of him in the middle. Yeah, it's a full-blown city with a whole bunch of buildings, yo. Saying he can hit like a nuke isn't really that far-fetched if he can hit that hard to make earthquakes, drill to the core of the earth in that short amount of time, literally dig through millions of tons with his fist. So if somebody wanted to speculate that he can hit like nukes, I wouldn't really blame them. This dude literally could shake a whole city or at least a few blocks within the city, or half the city or something like that, with the weight of his hits. You could say from his super strength or just a combination of him just ramming at you at crazy speeds to produce this kind of energy. Not to mention there's implications that Metro Man is stronger than any invention or blast that Megamind can produce, like implying that Metro Man's durability can withstand anything this guy can produce. He has some very destructive stuff with his gear.
That is, if Metro Man can withstand the full, concentrated power of the sun!
I want to hear what you guys think, though. Do you think he can hit harder than any nuke ever made? I think it's believable, especially with all this speed, all this facts, all the fact that he can drill to the core of the earth in no time. I think all of this is enough evidence to suggest he really can hit harder than nuclear bombs.
The power of flight, invulnerability.
In case you're wondering, yes, he is Superman inspired. He's got laser vision, I-beams, zoom in, vision, super breath to suck in fire.
And Music Man's powers, including but not limited to super strength, speed, X-ray vision, telescopic vision, heat vision, and...
He has interesting gear from his home planet that allows him to switch powers with certain characters with this stone. But it does have negative consequences of the characters losing a big part of or core of their self if they keep the power swap too long or something. I'll let them say it.
This is the Stone of Transference, a relic from my homeworld, which has the ability to transfer powers between beings. You'd get all my powers.
Turns out a kid from the Glaupunk Quadrant had the exact same idea. That was the day I met Mr. Goody Two-Shoes. Dream life filled with luxury? Apparently not. Even fate picks its favorites.
A baby!
Had life handed to him on a silver platter.
Our baby can fly.
I'm just curious for you to tell me how much weight do you think is behind his hits? This is something else. Thanks for the donations. Like, share, subscribe, hype up the video if you can. Metro Man. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys later.